Hey guys, welcome in. If you're new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. I hope you guys are well. We are not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. If you'd like to book a personal more line with your own story, all of my information can be found below in the description box, and my books are always open. Alright guys, let's jump in and see what Spirit wants to talk about today. I don't know about y'all, but I've had a very gnarly 24 hours. 48 hours, we'll say. It's been weird, for lack of a better word. So let's jump in. Hopefully y'all are doing good. We're almost out of this Mercury retrograde post shadow. It ends on the 20th. Hope y'all are doing good. Hope y'all are doing better than me. Alright, let's jump in. Alright now. Okay, look. Somebody out here. Oh boy. Okay. So let's talk about this. So current energy, we have blessed, and then we have Y in the reverse. And yeah, generally when blessed card is in the upright, it talks about receiving blessings that you didn't have to work for. It's like they just poop and they just pop into your lap, right? Generally when Y is in the upright, it kind of talks about like intentions or remembering, you know, why something is happening or why you've chosen to do something or why, you know, this could be questioning, you know, particular intentions. But in the reverse, it kind of feels like there's someone here who's receiving blessings maybe, but there's no question as to why they're receiving. They're just basking in the glow of it. I do see that somebody here is kind of, somebody here isn't happy maybe about the trajectory. It's kind of weird. I kind of feel like somebody is struggling, like somebody, okay, so you're getting these blessings, things are happening. It doesn't feel weird, like it feels like good energy, but I feel like the dilemma for somebody is just being in this receptive state, like being in this divine feminine energy of just being in receipt of energy of this goodness, right? That's interesting. Okay, so the lesson though, the lesson kind of feels like there's a need here. I heard to put a period. I heard two words. I heard period and then I heard stamp. But the way I'm hearing stamp, it's kind of like in my mind's eye, I see somebody like stamping something, like a final, like, you know, like final. Like literally that's what I see, like the stamp, the word says final, is in red and it says final. And it's like, bam, like somebody just stamping something, like something is done, right? Part of the lesson here was like putting that stamp of finality on a situation from the past, right? Something that, you know, it may not have been, I heard it was a false start. There was a false start on something. There was some situation that you may have had a false start in the past. And I feel like the lesson for you here was to just leave it. Final. Leave it. Okay? Okay. Maybe that'll shape up a little bit later. We'll see. Somebody's afraid to question why they may be receiving blessings. What is this second guessing kind of energy? This is really weird. Collective, what's going on? Okay. Let's put this over here. So it kind of feels like, and I want to say there's someone here. Okay. It's really weird. Okay. So in this side where I'm feeling like you're like putting, like, shutting the door is what I'm hearing. Shutting the door on something from the past that, you know, you're not going to be revisiting this thing, whatever it is. It's done. Okay. And I feel like part of the lesson for you was to, like, be okay with the finality of it, because I think holding on to it or still maintaining some thought process that's connected to it may have contributed to some financial constraints that you may have been experiencing. They're all connected. I think you also, it may have had, I think I mentioned this maybe 2 or 3 readings ago, and this has been a theme. It's kind of like, remember how I said how certain blessings have been delayed? Like, you know, there are certain things that we're due to have, and, you know, Spirit, God, Source, they want to bless you with this infinite abundance, this, you know, the abundance that you've been working to achieve, right? And some folks are feeling a little frustrated because things are not moving fast enough, or not moving at the speed that they wanted to. Or things aren't kind of working out in the way that they had expected or anticipated them to go, right? But the problem is that there have been connections that you were still linked to or tied to, and it was those connections that was preventing you from achieving or obtaining the things that you wanted. It's kind of like spirit has heard the conversations that were about you that did not include you. It is your association with those people that is the reason why this abundance is being held back. It's because Spirit knows the intentions of these people and the hearts of these people. So if you were to acquire this abundance, that because of who you are, because of your loving and kind nature, you may be inclined to helping these people who are discussing you while you are not in the room. I hope that makes sense. I'm seeing a whole lot with just the cards that I have here. And I feel like somebody is really struggling because they're having to walk away from a group of people or a community of people, their families perhaps. And there's this sense of not necessarily knowing what's going to happen once we walk away from these people. And really all Spirit is asking you to do is to stay present in what is in your reality right now. And if it does not, if these people or these connections, false starts and whatever, do not have anything to do with your reality right now, release them energetically so that you can free up the space so that Spirit can push towards you the abundance that is due to you. It is your connection to these people or this situation that is delaying the process. Okay. You may have been dealing with a shapeshifter kind of energy. And by shapeshifter, I mean this is somebody who operates like they're a chameleon. They don't necessarily show up as their authentic self, but they show up as whoever else is present in the room. So if everybody else is acting one way, then they automatically turn into that person and behave that way as well. Yeah, somebody here is, okay, so you could be afraid of walking away from certain connections, or afraid to see the truth about these people that you may have once deemed as your community or tribe of people. Could be dealing with a fire sign. Yeah, I have vision here in the reverse and illuminate in the reverse. I feel like there's somebody here who has been afraid to see something clearly or not wanting to see something. Yeah. There have been some lies here. Okay. Boundaries, know when to put them up and know when to put them up and know when to let your guards down. So you may have had to erect boundaries with certain people, certain relationships, particularly with this person who may have been a shapeshifter. Accepting past and current situations, working through your issues gracefully. Creativity, have fun and express yourself in new ways. Abundance, an inflow of money, love, or rewards. We like it. Passions, don't be afraid to fail. Follow what makes your heart happy. Dedication, stay dedicated to your goals and efforts that will reap success. Success, it's your time to shine. Success from what you pour your heart into. Absolutely. Rest, listen to your body, mentally and physically unwind when you need to. So don't overdo it. Apology. Either somebody owes you an apology or you may need to apologize. Forgiveness through mutual understandings. And then communicate at the bottom of the deck. Receive and express the truth. Alright. Alright, let's jump in and see what context we can get here. I got a new mic because I was tired of that wired thing. I love it. Hope you guys can hear me really well. Alright. So, damn. I feel like somebody here is not happy about. I love how this happens when the tarot cards match the oracle cards. I feel like somebody is not happy with the investment of time and energy that they gave to a group. Again, could be a group of, it could be your family, it could be a friend group, it could just whatever the situation is, whatever this community or this group of people are. I feel like you may be looking at things from a different point of view, or you may have surrendered or learned the art of surrendering to kind of see where the chips fall is what I heard. I think at one point you may have been dealing with some type of toxicity within a friend group connection or within this association, because it's a group of people. There may have been some toxicity here, and I feel like you may be aware of it, or you're noticing it now. And this isn't the kind of, like, you're not happy about it because this is not what you want to invest your time in. These aren't the kind of people that you want to be investing your time with, keeping company with, is what I heard. Okay. Yeah. So, again, I feel like you may have been disappointed in yourself in the amount of time that you've invested in a situation, because you may have at one point thought that these people, this is part of your everything, your whole, these people, you may have considered them as family. And I do feel like at some point, like, you have become very disappointed. I heard disillusioned, but you were very disappointed in. Okay, you know what it's giving me? It's kind of giving me like, because I feel like I heard like Rudolph and reindeer games. Okay, so it's kind of like maybe you had a friend group, or you've got some family members, because I want to say that you feel you may have even known these people like your whole life, right? You have spent time, and you may have even considered or thought that these were going to be people that you carry, not carry, but they would be with you forever. They would be in your future. It's like you foresee, you raising your kids together, and you guys, taking group vacations, and, doing all this kumbaya type shit, right? But what it looks like, it kind of feels like you started to observe that these people were doing all of these things, but they were doing all these things without you. You weren't necessarily included. You may have included them in your thought process, but you were kind of an afterthought to them, because I don't feel like I think you're finally seeing like these people, they chose each other. They didn't choose you, or didn't choose to include you into the fold. And so instead of feeling, I guess at one point you may have felt very disappointed and hurt by what were able to see. Like, damn, like, you guys are like all over here, having a good time, and, having fun or whatever, but y'all don't ever invite me. I'm on, here on the outside. And it kind of feels like by you making it's really interesting, because I feel like if you withdrew and you decided to surrender and be like, hey, you know what? It's going to be whatever it's going to be. I'm just going to take a step back, and I'm going to choose to go elsewhere. I'm going to go choose, and I'm going to focus on something else. I'm not going to focus on y'all anymore, because there's nothing really. It's interesting because I keep seeing these same 3 cups. You may have decided to kind of just pour into something else. You may have decided to kind of tap back into your own well, is what I heard. And I feel like and by doing so, you in essence kind of created your own peace. Because I feel like by seeing or witnessing these other people doing all these things without you, it made you feel some kind of way. It made you feel really sad. And by you just kind of like, I think at one point you may have even obsessed about it. Like, damn, like, they're over there doing all these things, and here I am over here by myself, and they're not even thinking about me. And for you, you're kind of like, okay, that's cool. Let me focus on something else. And what's interesting is that I feel like the moment that you start focusing on something else, that's when they redirect their attention back onto you. Interesting. Yeah. I said these people are they're connected to your past. Ooh, look at that. And you may have been real confused by the fact that these people were not including you in whatever it was that they were doing. And I feel like you decided, like, this was not on your bingo card at all. Not at all. You've got fond memories of the things that you guys used to do. You've These are people that you genuinely have love for. You genuinely have love for, you know? But I feel like you felt as though people were moving funny, cuz that's what it looks like. You felt like people were moving funny. And then you even second guessed yourself. Like, is it me? Is it them? Like, what is it, right? And then when you decided to move away from the situation because you were no longer, like, you were starting to really see something I feel like you saw something real clear the moment you kind of took a step back from it. You know, once you kind of gathered your feelings, you got out of your feelings, you started to kind of pay attention. And I feel like once you started paying attention, it was very crystal clear about how these other people moved, right? And while you may not have had the most confidence in departing or stepping away from these people, you are now in a position of being very firm on your boundaries. It's kind of like, what I'm hearing, it's kind of like y'all were doing just fine over there, like, without me. So don't be so upset, like, while I take your lead. Like, this is the way that you guys created. Like, so if this group of people, I want to say, this group of people, when they banded together and you started to pay attention to the way that they were moving, and all you did was extract yourself. You were like, okay, cool. Well, since you're not including me and I'm always the one feeling left out on the outside, I'll just walk away and I'll find something else to do. And when you did that, you were like, okay, now I'm putting up these boundaries. I even feel as though it's kind of interesting because I'm getting two things off of this card. You may have people like trying to, they're like, the people that you've walked away from, they may be very upset that you've walked away, but you're standing your ground, because it's kind of like, well, y'all wasn't thinking about me before when y'all was doing whatever you were doing, so don't think about me now, you know? And that's the position that you're taking now. You're like, you know, this is, obviously you didn't think I was good enough to be kicking it with y'all when you were doing whatever you're doing, so keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. That's what I'm getting. Keep that same energy. And now that you now that you have pulled away, now, because you were the one initially that were feeling on the outside, now somebody else, they are feeling the brunt of you being gone. So now somebody feels as though, now they're recognizing your absence. They're, you know, it's funny. I don't know what the end game was. Hold on. Let's see. I don't know what the end game was. Because I kind of feel like you might have been a little bit reluctant to make a decision to, you know, to extract yourself. You may have even felt like you know, you didn't really have enough information to make an informed decision. It was more, I feel like it was more your gut feeling. It feels more like an instinctive thing. Like your gut was kind of telling you, I got to make some moves because this does not feel right to me. Now, somebody here may be dealing with a set of unfortunate circumstances that they did not foresee. I do have the energy here of someone who, damn, okay, because I'm seeing a bunch of stuff here. You might have somebody here in your energy who deals with like low vibrational energies, like dark magic or something like that. And I feel as though it's kind of like somebody was dibble dabbling in dark magic in order to overall affect your happiness. But I kind of feel like I heard boomerang. If they were trying to affect your stability and your happiness, that's not what's happening. Because I said in the very beginning, like you're somebody here is getting blessings. I want to say that's my collective. You're getting the blessings. You're being blessed. You are protected and you're being blessed. But you've got somebody here in your energy who is very jealous of whatever it is that you've got going on. And I feel like whatever they were doing is they were trying to, whatever energy they were throwing at you, they were doing it in order to keep you stagnant. Because all the cards around this energy comes with stagnation and confusion. And I feel like whatever it was that they may have been sending to you, now that I'm looking at all of the cards, the positive cards in the upright, I want to say collective, everything is happening exactly the way it's supposed to be happening. Everything is happening the way it's supposed to be happening. These people who were working against you, I do feel like it, I want to say up to four people. Up to four people. They may have been working against you in order to create some form of loss in your life, whether it's loss of opportunity, loss of love relationship, loss of connections, loss of employment, loss of stability. Whatever it was that they were throwing at you, whoever this person was, whoever this main ringleader, whatever this person was doing that they invested all their time in, they were trying to create a bunch of drama in your life, and really all it did was boomerang right back onto them. It's giving return to sender. Actually, let's use a different deck. It's giving return to sender. Yeah, people have been working together. They worked together in order to create some sense of loss for you. Yeah, they were trying to slow down your movement or delay any type of, I heard delayed gratification. You might have been dealing with somebody here who was trying to control the narrative or trying to control your movements. You could have been dealing with somebody here who was very abusive, like a dictator, a tyrant. Somebody who also doesn't act with integrity. This is like a liar, whole ass liar. But look at that. They were trying to slow down your efforts and achievements. They were trying to defeat you. But I think, and again, I think it has a lot to do with the resentment. That's the word I'm hearing. Resentment over the fact that you chose to walk away. So somebody here is resentful that you chose to walk away, resentful of the fact that you may be doing very, very well for yourself since you decided to extract yourself from the situation. There's somebody here who potentially could be has lost their job. They could be going broke. They could be losing their home and their stability. Somebody here could be dealing with some disharmony. There could be a breakup here or even a disagreement. And I do feel like somebody wants to come in and make some type of an apology because they feel very overwhelmed with whatever is going on with their life since you've made your exit. Yeah, I feel like somebody here was really trying to put your light out, or Somebody was really doing the most to try to break your heart or to hurt your feelings or to create some type of ending in your life. Ooh, look at this. Somebody here was doing the most to create some form of breakup or disharmony or divorce, even if you happen to be married. Somebody did a lot of work here, working collaboratively. This is a group effort. There's somebody here trying to create some form of loss and instability within your life. They wanted you, and I even feel like too, because I said you may have somebody here who could be spreading lies and rumors and gossip, saying that you're lazy and that you're a deadbeat, you don't take care of your family, you don't take care of your home, and really what that is a projection. It's a projection of who they are, because whoever this person is, they are exactly what they are saying that you are. I know you are, but what am I? That's what I know you are, but what am I? This is projection. This is tied to your family. Look at you moving on. Moving on independently, and you're standing up for yourself, and they didn't want you to do that. And the crazy part about it is you still maintain your loving position. You may even still have love for these people, but you're not dealing with them. You have no desire to deal with them. You are standing your ground. You are standing up for yourself. You have chosen to take the high road, which is just by kind of minding your business. And now you got somebody here, because they were trying to win at all costs, definitely could be stressing out and, you know, dealing with some sleepless nights, simply because, again, things did not quite go the way that they expected them to go. They may have been projecting all of this loss onto you, and there was some type of massive return to sender, because now they are getting hit with exactly what it was they wanted for you. You got somebody here who is jealous. They lack any kind of self-awareness. A complete fool is what I heard. They're reckless. You got somebody here who is reckless, and they are definitely trapped by the making of their own shit. Like, whoever this person is, like, they thought that they were getting you caught up, and really all they were doing was catching themselves up. Yeah. Intimacy, sexual chemistry, reminiscing. Could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Caution, find out more information, don't overwork yourself, let go, make room for new beginnings, it's on its way to you. And you could also be dealing with a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. No, it's not the right time. In the bottom of the deck, health. Somebody could be dealing with some health issues. Communicate, receive, and express the truth. So somebody may need to communicate the truth to you, or you may need to communicate the truth. A new opportunity, insights gained from a new experience, job, or partner. We like it. All right. Could be dealing with a Virgo. We have soulmate out here. Masculine energy. Scorpio. Coming in to offer resources and stability. and Aries. So we have Aries, we have Virgo, we have Scorpio. Incidentally, through the tarot cards, I got Leo out here real strong. Let's grab these dice. I got a bunch of new stuff for Christmas, so we're going to use them all. Alright, so let's see. You've got Aries. We've got Aries out here twice. Aries, Taurus, 3rd house, 7th house, Sun, Moon, 6th house, and Mercury. So somebody could have Mercury in Aries. Could be Aries, Sun or Moon, Taurus, Sun or Moon or Mercury. 6th house, 3rd house, 7th house. Okay? Take that how it resonates. I'm going to leave it there, guys. If any parts of this reading resonate for you or give you clarity over your own situation, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate it to those who need the message the most. If you'd like to book a personal more line with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session, all right? Hope you guys are doing really well. I'm going to clean this up and we're going to do one more recording for today. And then we'll leave it there, all right? I hope you guys are doing well. Take care. Till next time. Bye.